Alrighty, here we are gonna be again with another game of Dota.
Reserve
Or at least I hope it's Dota. Make sure I open up the right game. This is going to be Kompas Gaming versus Hellraisers, and this time it's going to be best of game number 2. Hellraisers already going 1 game up. This is a round of 8 in the Esportal qualifiers. Going to be basically casting here on Rasmus TV, but I am not alone, and I'm with Rasmus himself, the co-caster.
Yes, indeed you are, and well, we are, as you said, going to be casting game number 2 here, Kompas Gaming versus Hellraisers. First game, kind of an interesting game where Artez was actually playing a Nagasiren that got a sub 20-minute Radiance, started to roam around a lot and push down a lot of towers. They actually did a really good job in the early game of sticking with it, but at some point, I mean, we kind of thought that Kompas Gaming had a chance to come back there with some good Chronospheres coming out from Faceless Void, Yamaha. Yeah, in the end, once that Faceless Void died off once, and the rest of his team crumbled, and he then died back, yeah, the game was kind of over, and they could just pick apart Kompas Gaming's base, and yeah, that was a GG.
Yeah, we're all going to be seeing the first bands of picks coming out, and they're roughly the same as the first ones. Although Kompas Gaming taking a little bit longer than previously expected. Maybe thinking, do they ban out that Nagasiren? As you know, Hellraisers, they had a pretty good Nagasiren. Artez doing a very, very good job in that.
Yeah, I agree. I would probably be a bit scared of it. We do see the conventional bans here, the Death Prophet and the Razor. Last game we saw the Brewmaster go through as well, so question is whether or not that's going to be a ban, or as you said, the Nagasiren. But yeah, Brew is going to get banned instead by Hellraisers. And yeah, that's going to be a better lane regardless in the mid for Hellraisers, because I mean, Brew is the top. I would say Brew is the best midder in the game. DP has better functionality in the game later on as a mid player, but I think Brewmaster has it as a laning phase in the mid.
I'd say that if you're talking just about laning phases, then probably Viper is the best overall mid, just because he wins practically every matchup ever.
10 seconds
but
remaining.
But I would say Brewmaster is definitely up there in terms of just because of how good his evasion is. He does get beaten by some of the more unconventional mids, like when Scarlet Mage used to be played as a core position. That is not a fun matchup for Brewmaster. Not in the slightest.
Yeah. We don't see that too much anymore. Actually, was that a thing in the TI4 round robins?
It used to be, as in basically we kind of saw teams like suddenly realised that Scarlet Mage is actually really, really good.
Yeah, with the insurgence of Skywrath into the game, I mean, we saw some really weird plays coming out with that Scarlet Mage. One of them included being mid Skywrath, but yeah, people found out that you can have still good use of him in a support role. So.
Yeah, as Gareth Mage obviously is still a very good hero. He has been nerfed slightly since then, but you know, he still does that entire ability of doing huge amounts of damage. His ultimate's amazing, and his ability to basically press Q and make the offlaner go away is always going to be highly sought after.
And yeah, we're gonna see a PA, dude. That's interesting. Especially with all the pubs and ranked MMR matches here, where you see like PA flooding the games. I mean, being played more than Punch the last month as well. Now,
yeah,
well,
that it's actually happened. Punch has been taken away from the top spot.
Yeah, in this month at least, and yeah, but I mean, I don't really see PA too much in pro games. Obviously, she's a presence, but I mean, this is, I think, the first PA game I've seen in a couple days, at least.
Yeah, but what's even more interesting is they've picked her up second. Now, I do like PA as a pick-up, but definitely not as a second pick, because what she countered by? She's countered by huge amounts of magic damage coming out and nuking people in the face.
Yeah.
What does picking her second give the opposite team the chance to do so? Pick a whole bunch of the magic damage and nuke her in the face. As PA, I feel, is more of a 4th, 5th, last pick, where you just simply go, oh, the opposite team decided to go for, you know, XYZ strategy. They don't really have a lot of magic damage, or all their magic damage is control-based rather than nuke-based. I'll just go PA and be like, oh, I've got blur.
Yeah, true. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely that kind of balancing point you have to be at there with getting enough magical damage to actually kill off the Phantom Assassin because of the blur being so goddamn good. Yeah, I mean, right now they could actually also just be thinking, well, they got the Venge and the Ancient Impression already. Might as well just pick the PA because they can't really pick any more magical damage. You know, that kind of thinking. But then again, yeah, I don't agree with. Well, I would, if I were in the position, I would probably also pick the PA later. But yeah, I'm not Yamaha from Kompas Gaming.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Obviously, and there is a small reason why Yamaha is in there playing the game, and we're out here casting in the cold.
Yeah, just a small, teensy-tiny reason, right? Maybe about a few 2,000k MMR or something.
2,000k MMR on several won tournaments. It's
yeah,
exactly. Just a small difference.
Small, it's potatoes, man, basically. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna see some nice bans here on the Scarlet Mage. I think we see her or him way too much.
5
so,
seconds remaining.
well, it's a treat to see a game where we don't have him in the game. It's kind of like Viper. Some of those heroes that you just get too much of, you know, from time to time.
Yeah, as again, like what it said, Scarlet Mage is just a good hero. So, I mean, I'm surprised though he's going to be the one banning it. It's going to be Hellraisers banning him out since he's very good against Phantom Assassin.
Remaining.
You know, you silence her up, you get the ultimate off, and then she doesn't really have a lot of health, so you just nuke her down. I do see a Centaur Runner is going to get picked up on the opposite side.
Yeah, for sure. So that's probably going to be the solo lane of some sort here for Hellraisers. Yeah, is he going to be up against the PA here in the laning phase, do you think?
Probably. As in, the Centaur Warrior does, I think, okay against the PA. They will have the issue with against the Vengeful Spirit and against the Jakiro, just because of the amount of harassment that Jakiro can output with his liquid fire. As in,
10 seconds
if I say
remaining.
that Scarlet Mage can basically press Q to get rid of the opposing team, Jakiro's ability is basically pressing E a lot. Although he does require the levels to make his E very good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just exactly that point there. I mean, level 4 of Liquid Fire is really where you just, where it gets, linearly speaking, just way more better because you remove not only 6 seconds from the duration, but everything else is also linearly increasing in terms of increments. Leveling increments. So yeah, I mean, level 4, as you said, definitely the best level of Jakiro by a huge margin over comparably other level 4 spells. So yeah, a very good spell, but you need levels, as you said. And,
well, we're going to see the Narcomonster again.
Yeah, Artez probably going to be playing that again.
Now, this one's going to be a little bit more difficult, I feel, for Hellraisers this time. Yes, you know, Hellraisers, we saw they had an amazing Naga Siren, but at the same time, this time, not only do they have a carry that kind of comes online a lot faster, but also the Jakiro to add a lot more pushing potential. Because the issue we saw from Kompas Gaming was that they spent the first 20 minutes and they took 1 tower. Which, if you're against the Naga Siren, you can't do that, because if you've only got 1 tower, then she gets a radius, it just simply out-pushes you, and then we have what happened. You lose the game, and then you're sad. But, as we're waiting for the 4th pick here, it is going to give them a lot of opportunities here. I do see a Lion get picked up, and I say Lion is definitely a hero that's close to my heart that I really do enjoy. I don't understand why he's not picked up quite as often because of his low mobility, but he just has so much lockdown in terms of, you know, get that Earth Spike, get the Hex, drain a little bit of mana, nuke him down.
10 seconds
yeah, for sure. That's an interesting pickup. We don't see that a lot. As you said, lionize me, my friend. God. Hopefully going to see some cool Finger of Death plays coming out here from whoever is going to be playing that, whether or not that's going to be Sita or Elo. But yeah, for sure, that is something to look forward to. Now, question, where do you think this Jakiro, because this looks like it's going to be a core Jakiro, where do you think this is going to be laned?
Well, it might not be a core Jakiro. We could be seeing the Ogre Magi on the offlane, as in you've got the Phantom Assassin here. Or on the other hand, as you could see the core Jakiro pick up another support, have the Ogre Mage on the offlane, and the Phantom Assassin go mid. As in, there's a lot of opportunities for Kompas Gaming to mix this around. As in, the only one that we're really guaranteed to get is Lion going to be playing support, probably, as he has been playing the mid as past.
Yeah. It's true, although looking at the way that they played last game around, Kompas Gaming, I would actually like the Jakiro to get levels really quick to get that liquid fire up. If you get a lot of towers down against the Naga Siren in the early game, which we did not see in the latter game, then you have a much easier time to actually deal with the Naga Siren, because it means that her areas of farm is going to be much reduced, because it's much riskier to actually go there. You're going to run a risk of actually getting killed off, being too far away from your team, or not knowing that there are people there. So I would like the Jakiro to actually be a core here in this game because of the liquid fire. Although I probably wouldn't have drafted it this way. But with the Ogre Magi and the Lion here, I would probably put the Jakiro in the core. But we'll have to see.
Yeah, but I would agree with that. Although, again, Lion is one of those heroes that can make use of a very fast blink dagger. As in, you pick one of those up and you just simply jump on people, you know, like those very squishy supports coming out from Mental Spirit, Ancient Apparition, and just simply nuke them down, and there's very little they can do about it. As in, Lions and all these heroes on Kompas Gaming side do like their levels and do like their gold.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're going to have to see what they actually pick up here as the last pick. Earthshaker. Going to be picked up by Hellraisers. Are we going to see this as a mid Earthshaker as we saw Wii maybe playing it? Or where do you think this is going to be like?
Well, the Earthshaker, we've already seen one mid Earthshaker in this game being played by Wii. And he could very easily go mid again. As in, you know, you put mid, he's either going to be played as a core or mid position. And personally, I prefer him on the mid, although maybe not quite as much against the Storm Spirit.
No, but I think that's going to be how they lane it, and then, yeah, I think Jakiro core with Earthshaker in the mid, and then, yeah, this is an interesting lineup, actually. There's some cool heroes that we actually see.
Yeah, I do say that both these two teams are going to have a lot of mid-game aggression coming out, although mostly on the side of KPG, obviously, because they've got to try and stop that Naga Siren from doing a game one.
yeah, for sure.
But either way, we got the pause once again, as you kind of have a game of Dota without a pause. And so that's a quick look, run through his go through his rundown. We do have on here on the KPG side, they're currently one game behind. We got Yamaha on that Phantom Assassin. Your Banyan on his Twitch TV. Your Banshki is your Banyan on Twitch TV account going mid on the Storm Spirit. We've got the Lion being played by Sida Idi.
Sida and Urbanishka, I think.
Yeah, City and Urbanishki. ELO on the Ogre Magi. That was nice and easy to say.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's actually everyone.
Well, Menetric on the Jakiro. Did you get that one?
Yes, Menetric on the Jakiro. That's the one I was missing.
Alright, so on the Radiant side of things, we're going to see Hellraisers, and in the bottom lane, looks like we're going to have Ortez once more on that Naga Siren. He's going to be supported by Dread on the Vengeful Spirit, as well as Goddamn on that Ancient Apparition. In the mid, going to be Alpha Ninja playing Earthshaker, and in the solo lane top here, going to be Gorge on the Centaur Warrunner.
30 seconds.
Yeah, but this should be a pretty cool matchup. As in, I don't really think anyone's been outdrafted per se, but we do have that 1v1 protect 4, so to say, or 4 protect 1 style coming out from Hellraisers versus a full-on 5-man teamfight pushing style coming out from KPG with that liquid fire from Jakiro.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be interesting to see whether or not they can actually get enough going here before Hellraisers comes online with that Naga Siren there. The question, though, that begs to be answered is, don't Hellraisers have enough maybe to stay in the game here with these other 4 picks for Naga to actually be just fine later on?
Well, it depends on how soon the Radiance is, again, as in, it's the entire thing of does he still have tier 2 towers? If yes, a bugger. If you don't have a lot of map control, it's a lot hard to keep pushing out all the lanes. It looks like it's going to be an aggressive tri-lane coming out from both these two sides. So this is going to be tri-lane action, and I like this against the Naga Siren. As we see Sport's going to be coming out, he gets stunned immediately. The Hex is going to be good. The Ignite also doing even more damage, but the Naga Siren is pretty tanky. But he's going down slowly. He's going to be able to mirror image himself away from all those stuns. And meanwhile, ELO going to get stunned up in return.
Wow.
Dread, though, maybe the one to go up Instead, Dredge is taking a whole bunch of slow damage. It's basically a death of 1,000 cuts. Will eventually get right-clicked down by that Ogre Mage Iron. Oh, that's a very nice start there, coming up from KPG.
Yeah, for sure, good start for KBG, although I would like to commend Hellraisers for actually saving their Naga here, sacrificing the Vengeful Spirit instead. Obviously a really good play here, and they recognize the fact that they need to keep this Naga Siren alive as much as possible. And now in the mid, looks like Sida and Elo is going to go in. Let's see if they can do something.
It's Earthshaker. He is a little bit gankable, though. He has just used his fissure, so this could be where the pain starts for him. He doesn't have his bottle up yet, so he's not going to... It looks like it is going to be delivered to him. So if the supports can kill him in that such small timing window, although it looks like he's not going to be able to.
And actually, I think Earthshaker saw the line movement coming out there. So I'm pretty sure Gorge is on the ball here as to where the enemy team is, and Sida is actually going to go in here and he's going to find them. And I think this is more so a just rotation more than a gank, and if they could get a gank, then that would have been good, but obviously that didn't work out.
Yeah, it looks like they might be considering just moving this, switching these tri-lanes and trying to dodge these hero two supports tri-lane. In fact, where are the other two supports?
Excuse me?
Yeah, it looks like that there has been a swap towards this Centaur Warrior now, and in fact it looks like the aggressive tri-lane is no longer happening. They've just simply kind of given up on that a little bit after getting the first blood, and just giving the Jakiro the solo free farm to get those fast levels in Liquid Fire.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, there we go.
As in, while that's happening, we do see here on middle, I do consider this mid matchup to be mostly equal-ish, as in the Earthshaker is going to be able to get a few last hits, and in fact he's currently beating the Storm Spirit by a little bit, around about 4 last hits right now. He's got that Enchant Totem, which makes it pretty easy, as well as the Earth Fissure to disrupt the opposing
yeah,
right
Storm Spirit's not sitting. Or CSing. Yeah, we do have Artez against Yukir alone here right now. We do see Hellraiser supports just triple pulling, actually, pulling into the easy, into the medium, into the hard. Very nice here. And well, it looks like he's actually going to go out and see if he can contest that Mending trick, that is, but a bit too late.
Yeah, we do see Adventure Spirit has been smoked up along with this other support. So we do see that it looks like they're going to go for the Jakiro. They're going to try and stop him from getting those fast levels, stop harassing the Naga Siren. And the Jakiro is actually doing a pretty good job right now. He's getting a lot that he wants. The Naga Siren is slightly higher level, but at the same time he did have a little bit more solo experience at the beginning of the game. So that's mostly equal. But in the meanwhile, we do see the two supports. They've kind of smoked all the way up through, and this is a very dead two-headed dragon. He's going to get stunned up. The Cold Feet comes out, along with the Cold Snap. Or at least the... Chilling Touch. Lots of cold things in this game. And either way, that's going to be a very nice kill. Meanwhile, though, on this middle lane, we do see Earthshaker is going to pick up the Lion. Very nice counter gank there coming out as Earthshaker is going to get away nice and safe, bottling up. So it's going to be 2 for 2 right now.
Yeah, and I actually have to ask you, is my microphone a bit better now?
It's a little bit more muffled.
A bit more muffled? Is that a good thing?
Probably not.
Oh, okay, I'll switch back here, but in the mid.
We do see Zeus.
You see that right now the Assault Spirit's in a lot of trouble as the Earthshaker is trying to come in, go for a last right click, he'll get it, pick it up as... Now I can hear myself.
Yeah, I think you can hear yourself now.
F3. Whatever you did, it isn't working.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it gone now?
Not quite certain. Yeah, I can't hear myself, but I can hear a lot of buzzing in the background from you.
Yeah, but that was the problem all the time.
You see Artez, he is farming up here on bottom. Gonna get those right clicks in.
Yeah, and I think actually, are you showing the net worth right now? Because if we look at that, we can actually see Earthshaker and Naga Siren is in the lead here. Little metric.
Earthshaker's going to put himself with another kill, and I'm not sure I've already seen this game. Where he picks up a fast blink dagger and just goes off and destroys face.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, so a 4 for 2 here in favor of the Hellraisers, already in the start, and still sitting on that Naga Siren there. I gotta tell you, man, that's kind of scary for Kompas Gaming.
Yep. And
Do you think this is gonna be a repeat? Like,
well, I don't think you can consider it a repeat, considering there was like, you know, different teams playing in the all. But at the same time, this Earthshaker is off to a very good start. 3-0, nice right clicking, and we do actually have a quick look at the net worth. It's like what you said, he's currently the highest farmer in the game, so he's going to be having a very fast blink dagger.
yeah, Gorge is going to be hiding out here, while on the bottom here, Manectric is going to be going as well. So that's going to be a kill on Manectric. Looks like that's going to be the end of that, but Gorge might go down here. We're going to see a coup de grace actually coming out from Yamaha. Double Edge going to hit on Urbanishka here, and that's going to be a kill, so 1-for-1 in terms of the center kill onto the Storm Spirit. But now Yamaha is trying to run for his life, but yeah, no blur is going to save him here, and yeah, he's going to go down.
Yeah, and the Lion is going to be able to get out of here, just diving deep into the enemy jungle, just to be able to try and get out. He doesn't actually have a TP scroll, so if they can catch him, that could be pretty dangerous. But it doesn't look like they know he's there. In the meanwhile, though, the Naga Siren isn't farming as well as she was last game. She's farming pretty well, but, you know, she's 7 minutes in, hasn't finished up her boots. Did go for an Aquila ring instead of the Basilisk we saw last time.
Yeah, so he actually finished it completely this time around, which actually leads me to believe that he might not be going for the mana boots this time. I would say maybe that's a bit too much if you go for both a ring and mana boots.
Yeah, I'd say right now that the mana boots are good, but at the same time he just needs his Radiance ACP as we do see the Lion coming in, and this could be a very, very dead Fish Queen. She's going to get hexed up. The Earth Sprite going to come out in a few more moments. A stun soon afterwards. She's kind of sat there. She's going to pop her ultimate, but the dots coming out from that fire and from the Ignite means that that's actually going to get wasted. That's actually a pretty big drop right there.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm actually, because I'm hearing a lot of background noise here, so I'm actually just going to switch over to this, even though it's a bit more muffled.
Yeah, so that is probably a good idea, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that is how it is. Alright.
Either way, we do see the sun coming out onto Artez, and she's going to get rid of that liquid fire using the mirror image. But at the same time, as in this Naga's not having a fun time, currently 1 death, only 44 last hits, 8 minutes in. This is not quite the KPG game number 1 that we saw. In the meanwhile, in the top lane, we do see the PA's in huge amounts of trouble, but she's going to blink out. Yamaha escaping like a pro. But the stun stops her, and the double edge will finish it off. Very nice blind vision.
It hurts me.
Are you working?
Yeah, I think I just connected a new microphone. Hopefully it's not as background noisy, but
yeah, but it's a little bit better right there. Lucy ultimate getting popped from the Centaur. They're going to be trying to keep this ancient apparition alive, but he has been earned up, and the ultimate from Earthquake is going to be enough to keep him alive, along with the bottling.
Wow, that was a clutch move there from Goddamn, wanting to actually TP out, then realizing he has stick charges, going in again, trying to kill off the Ogre Magi here, or yeah, exactly, the Ogre Magi, and then getting a bottle and urn charge there from his 2 teammates. Very nice.
Yeah, although we've been talking about this Naga Siren not having the greatest time, the rest of his team has. As in, unlike the last game which we saw, and in which, you know, the rest of his team was kind of keeping up with the enemy team and not really doing very much. And then Naga just came in and like wrecked face with a very fast Radiance timing. Here right now we're kind of seeing the opposite, with the Naga's not doing very much. He's going to have a slow-ish Radiance, but at the same time, the rest of his team, we've got an Earthshaker right now who's currently 5-0-2.
Yeah, that's exactly a big problem here for Hellraiser, or excuse me, for Kompas Gaming, obviously. 5 kills up here on this Earthshaker, definitely a problem. And, well, do see, how was that? You were talking about the Naga Siren here. 10 minutes into the game, he has 1,700 gold. I'd say it's, like, comparing to the earlier game we just had, I think it's okay timing here, and he's probably going to be able to get it before 20 minutes again. I'd say so, at least.
Oh yes, it's not a terrible timing by any means. They need to keep down to make that work. But the meanwhile, we do see Lion has picked up an Invis rune, so they could see something happen. But there is a detection here, and there is going to be a nice escape coming out from both Dread and Artez, although Dread is going to have to turn around. But there's... well, that actually probably didn't work the greatest, as she is going to go pop everything. The TP's coming in. Centaur going to jump in for the stomp. Very, very dead double dragon.
Very nice, connecting in here, making sure that he couldn't actually run away, that Jakiro. Very nice play. Yeah, now Sida and yeah, Urbanishka is going to have to run away. For now, at least.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, sorry. We do see here right now that HR is actually really far ahead in terms of both gold and experience. 3k ahead, only 11 minutes into the game, and roughly the same in terms of experience. And again, you don't want to be on this situation when you're against an Naga Siren.
Yeah, for sure. And well, let's see here. Artez is going to be sitting here again. 2.1k gold. Going to go on tier 1 mid tower here first off. Actually going to fortify up here. Both teams are going to under attack. Urbanishka and Sida is going to go in. Oh, but they're going to find Dread here. Let's see whether or not it's going to be a kill here. Earth Spike maybe going to come out, yeah, as well as a Hex. Yeah, Lion's going to have to
told you a storm was coming.
Well, Urbanishka is on the run here away from Artez.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Here to try and get a kill onto Urbanishka. And Urban
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Here might be. I'm not really sure if he should go in on this. Well, if he has some help here from Afro Ninja, Artez that is, then that for sure is a kill. There we go.
So that was mostly a 1-for-1 trade right there. They did get a tower on the side of KPG, but at the same time,
Dire's top tower is under
KPG ending up coming out a little bit behind in terms of the kills they managed to pick up. Getting number Centaur for a Storm Spirit, probably not worth it on the Storm Spirit side.
Yeah, and now Smoke is going to come out here from Sida, Menectric, and ELO. They're going to go in maybe if they find
Dire's
something
middle
that definitely is going to be
under
Dread.
attack.
We'll have to see. Does have an Observer Ward up here, but that doesn't really help him up against the Smoke. Looks like they're going to go into the jungle here, but there is no one here right now. And, they are actually all up top here trying to go for the tier 1 tower, and maybe kill on Yamaha here. Enchant Totem coming in first, Echo Slam,
Dire's top tower is under
very
attack.
nice. This is going to be a kill for sure on PA, and maybe some damage onto the tower.
Yep, and you know, this possibly is going to be a tier 1 tower coming out right now, as you know that PA going down, the fortification is going to get popped, but the Earthshaker just does so much tower damage as well. It's like we did talk about the Jakiro Fire, but at the same time,
Dire's top tower is
his
under
Enchant
attack.
Totem is also not shabby in terms of that you know, tower nuke, so to say. In the meanwhile, the Jakiro is going to be doing damage and taking out tier 1, so a tier 1 for tier 1 as well as a PA kill. Once again, HR getting the better trade.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, that is obviously going to. I mean, it's really not how this game should have panned out here for Kompas Gaming. I mean, they should maybe have been able to take some of the first game or early game pressure here
Dire's
to
top tower
Hellraisers,
is
but
under
instead,
attack.
I mean, this Earthshaker is just doing work here, coming from the mid lane and going into all the different lanes, as well as the Vengeful Spirit and Ancient Persian combo here, doing just a lot of damage in terms of Ice Blast and armor reduction for sure. So, and oh wow, Yamaha might be in some trouble here.
Yeah, he's got a lot of creeps going up against him, and if the Earthshaker spots that with his ultimate, which is actually still off cooldown, so he's not going to be able to get that ultimate off cooldown, but the AO is going to spot him, the Centaur is going to get popped to return, ELO though going to get nuked down immediately.
Yeah, we'll see Yamaha actually gonna get Magic Missile up here by Dread. That's a good Enchant Totem coming out there, and Sure Version gonna be able to kill him off here with that. I do believe it was a Cold Feet there or something, or excuse me, Ice Blast there.
If he did hit an Ice Blast right back before. Meanwhile, though, we do see initiation coming onto the Storm Spirit. He's going to get out before the Stomp can come on, lock him out. While we're talking about here, we do see all these both teams kind of grouping up around this mid area.
Yeah, and we might see. Well, actually, I'm not really sure why that is, because I mean the tier 2 is standing for Kompas Gaming here. Not really sure Hellraisers actually want to go on that tier 1 tower right now. They are laning in with that Naga-san there, and look at that, man! 700 gold, Sacred Relic up on Artez here. I do believe this Radiance is actually going to be faster than the earlier game here as well. And yeah, that's going to be obviously really good for them.
Yep, as in we kind of saw a lot of pressure coming out from KPG onto the Naga initially. But then, as we see the initial coming in, they've kind of been stopped by this Earthshaker. Earthshaker picking up one, looking for a second one. Will get it. He's on a monster kill right now. Storm Spirit, can he go huge? Yes, he can. Zipping around, but at the same time, he's going to go down with 4 Urn Charges. That's going to be a 4-for-1 right there. Only the PA surviving, who's still trying to farm up something. He doesn't really have any items right.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good try from Sorcery. He actually got a really good trade, I feel like, because the Earthshaker was sitting on a monster guild here, so it was 659 actually going the way of Storm Spirit. The problem is that they now have much less map control here for the next 20 seconds or so. But yeah, let's see here. Tower is going to go down, not going to get denied here. TP's galore coming in here from Kompas Gaming. 3 heroes, I do actually believe it was. And, well, let's see here. Looks like we're not going to have an engagement here anytime soon.
Go back to farming a little bit more. Looking for probably those crits to just go for that huge amount of burst damage he can output. He's already doing stupid amounts of damage, as we're seeing he's 8, 1, and 7, while the Harker Siren is going to get a 16-minute relic this time.
Yeah, that's definitely a lot more better.
Yeah, that's 3 minutes faster than the previous one, and that is just...
Yeah, he's going to be able to get so much more done, especially considering the fact that he didn't actually have to go for the mana boots first. And yeah, last game he also had a random energy booster in his inventory, but he didn't really use it for anything once he actually got the levels and the boost to travel there. So that's going to be even more gold that he can actually look forward to as well, assuming he gets his uniform in this game. Which, I mean, looking at the radiance, it probably is. So.
Yeah, this radiance is just absolutely huge for the Harker Siren right now. You know, we go back to basically the Harker Siren we all love, and Elo goes down right there. The final double edge coming out from Central Warrener, and we're just seeing right now that KPG are kind of falling apart. As in the last game we saw at the beginning, they were keeping up in terms of kills and general ganking, but this time they're just not offering any amount of resistance.
Right, exactly, for sure. It's now 21-8, and in the earlier game we at least saw Kompas Gaming following Hellraisers here in terms of kills, getting some pickoffs and some return kills as well. But I mean, this game is just really hard for them. And on the PA, 1 kill, 4 deaths, and only 87 last hits in 20 minutes. Yeah,
that's not what you want to be seeing if he's your carry.
Yeah, and Manectric going down as well on the top here to Earthshaker and Enchant Kill them because it's just too much damage.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Was that 400 or something?
It will be roughly around about 400 as you see another initiation coming in as he blinks onto Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit goes down once more, and he's just literally just like, oh, there's a hero there. Oh, blinking kill. Ooh, it's a hero here. Blinking kill.
Exactly.
Oh, it's a hero.
So yeah, that's gonna be
Dire's
one
top
more.
tower is under attack.
And the Storm Spirit getting killed. I mean, that's so important for them. I mean, 25 seconds of Storm Spirit not on the map here. You know what's even more disturbing? Storm Spirit has not yet finished off his Orchid.
Yeah, I think this Storm Spirit is so far behind after being against the Earthshaker. Every single time he tries to do something, this Earthshaker is always there with an Enchant Totem in one hand and a Fissure in the other.
Exactly. And an Echo Slam. I mean, he uses those ever so frivolously. It's actually kind of cool to see that they just want to engage solely on one hero with an Echo Slam. I actually like it a lot.
And the PA and Lion has been caught out by the song. This could be pretty devastating. There's double stomp. The Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast, they both just fall down.
Yeah, nice double kill coming out here from Artez and Gorge as well. The Song of Siren into Ice Blast combo is actually just so good, I just realized now. I mean, you can have that Song of Siren up and running for, you know, 7 seconds. So, like, that's a long time to actually get that Ice Blast going all the way to where you actually want it to be.
And we talked about the comeback potential on KPG side
under attack.
in the last game. They had the Void. We saw that Void came off to good use. What did they do in this game?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, I don't really see any transparent win condition coming out here. Maybe like a Bloodstone that gets really many charges,
has
or
fallen
like a PA.
99 charges on the PA.
Right, exactly. But
yeah,
yeah.
it is going to be very difficult. They're even going to steal some stacks.
Yeah, exactly. That's even more devastating for them here. So I'm not really seeing how
Radiant's
they can
top
come
tower
back in
is
this
under
game. I
attack.
mean, P is getting some experience here, but that's about it. Oh, and force that blink onto Yamahan. 3-man echo slam. It's going to be a quick double kill here for Afro Ninja. We see Ball Lightning coming in from Storm Spirit. The question is whether or not it's going to be enough, and no, it is not. Quick enchant totem into some Nagasarn right click here, and that is going to be it. 3 kills here for Hellraisers, and they're just going to go back and defend their towers. And
that's the GG, as in the GG call comes out, and to be fair, I'm not against this GG call right now. They just haven't done anything. We have a look at the experience graph. It's like a roller coaster going up to the
exactly.
absolute peak.
We were just talking about the win condition here, and I think they just realized that they didn't have any, you know? So, I mean, much the same that we were remarking upon, I think, can be uttered here, and yeah, I kind of agree with the GG. So, yeah. Alright guys, that is it for this best of 3 here between Hellraisers and Kompas Gaming in this Esportal Dota 2 League with 110,000 euros on prize pool on the line here. This is going to be it for Rasmus TV for now. Please stay tuned guys, we're going to be back with more Dota 2 coming in just a few seconds here once we get the password and everything rolling. Is going to be more Esportal Dota coming your way. Obviously, this has been Rasmus TV casting this game for you. I am here with Banshee, at Banshee on Twitter, as well as at Kong Everett is myself. You can follow Rasmus TV, obviously here at Twitch TV, as well as on YouTube.com at Rasmus TEEVEE. You can follow us on Facebook.com as well as Rasmus TV, no extra E's or anything. So yeah, that's about it for us guys for now. Stay tuned, we're going to be back in just a few minutes with more Esportal Dota coming your way.